Imagine you're in a coffee shop sipping your favorite drink when suddenly gunshots ring out. Panic, chaos, fear. In that moment, the debate over gun control isn't political, it's personal. Should guns be more regulated, or is the right to bear arms untouchable? The United States has over 400 million firearms in civilian hands, making gun control one of the most controversial topics. Some argue for stricter laws to prevent mass shootings, while others insist that gun ownership is a constitutional right essential for self-defense. But where should the line be drawn? The case for stricter gun control mass shootings have become a grim reality in the U.S. According to the Gun Violence Archive, the U.S. witnesses hundreds of mass shootings annually. Advocates for gun control believe stronger regulations could reduce gun violence. Background checks and loopholes. Proponents argue that the existing background check system has loopholes. For example, in many states, private sales and gun show purchases don't require background checks, making it easy for criminals to acquire firearms. Assault weapons ban. Many also call for a ban on assault-style weapons, arguing that such firearms are not necessary for self-defense. Countries like Australia saw gun-related deaths drop significantly after implementing strict gun laws. The argument against gun control. On the other hand, Second Amendment advocates argue that gun ownership is a fundamental right. The Second Amendment states, "A well-regulated militia, being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms, shall not be infringed." To many, gun control laws threaten personal freedom. Self-defense and crime prevention. Supporters argue that responsible gun ownership deters crime. They cite cases where armed civilians stopped active shooters, believing that good guys with guns can stop bad guys, making communities safer. Gun control doesn't stop crime. Critics point to cities like Chicago and Washington, D.C., which have strict gun laws yet high crime rates. They argue that criminals don't follow laws, so stricter gun laws would only disarm law-abiding citizens while leaving criminals armed. Finding common ground. Many Americans support the right to own guns while also advocating for reasonable regulations. Measures like universal background checks, red flag laws, and safe storage requirements are seen as potential compromises that respect Second Amendment rights while improving public safety. Final thought. Gun control is one of the most divisive topics in America. But beyond statistics and political debates, at the heart of the issue are real people, victims of gun violence, responsible gun owners, and law enforcement officers. So where do you stand? Should the U.S. tighten gun laws, or would that violate a fundamental right? Let's talk about it in the comments.